Good morning, happy January 12th, and welcome back to the Leaf Riders of Redwood. We left off yesterday having gone through the garden in the castle and obtaining some ingredients to hopefully fix or treat the Tree of Seasons. We ended up getting 4 ingredients, which seems okay, not great, but not bad. So let's see what we do with those. Go ahead and tear off this page. And uh-oh, we have a combat, it looks like. So we've got Friday, January 12th, 2024, which is Fruits Day, Deep Winter. And yeah, it looks like we've got a couple like worm things with some scary looking teeth. Oh yes, it calls them worms. So let's read it. So it says, as you are gathering ingredients, you feel a small quake in the ground below your feet. You step back, and 2 carnivorous worms burst through the soil. Okay, so we have 2 worms here. This notes that you roll a d20 plus attack, damage, and then a d20 plus defense for each enemy, so it's just reminding us how combat works. Now, I think I see some text written here. I'm going to see what that says. Oh, it says instructions, so I think they probably used to have this instructions box down here, and then they moved it there. So I think that's just a little editing error. And I'm also going to look for loot. I know we just got to loot next time, but, you never know. Sometimes they could do 2 in a row, but I don't see one. Okay, so this is our first time using Thatch in combat, so let's see how this goes. So we have 1 spell point left. So we could either use Bark Fur Armor to add a d4 bonus to all defense rolls, or we could use a spell point to add a d4 bonus to all damage rolls. So one thing I suppose I need to decide is, do I want to look at the stats of the monsters before I make decisions like that, or do I want to roll first? I think I will look at the monsters first because if you recall, I'm playing normal combat, and normal combat says that you make decisions on abilities after rolling for the round, and that implies you know kind of the stats. I guess it doesn't necessarily, because you could roll and just fill this in without actually looking. I am going to go ahead and I will look at the stats, I think. I think that is how I'm going to do it. So, we have enemy 1, which has 9 shield, 6 health, 12 attack, normal attack of 2 and normal damage of 2 and partial damage of 1. And then the worm 2 has defense of 10, health of 4, attack of 9, standard damage of 2, and partial damage of 1. So they aren't that hard to hit, although with my rules they might be. um, their damage, the first one, you need to deal fairly significant damage. So this is a tough call. I think I would like to use it for the defense roll, and my reason here is I am worried because I'm at 5. I can't totally die to these um, because like they each deal 2, but I really don't think I want to take all that much damage. So I think I'm going to do that. But like I said, we can choose where to apply rolls. So I suppose we at least do the first one, because then we could choose to do rolls afterwards if we wanted. So let's do that. All right, so let's do our attack roll here with our d20. And we're plus 3. All right, so that was a 6. So that is an attack of 9. All right, our damage is a D10. So we're going to grab our D10 here. All right, so that is 10. So that is max damage. And then our defense roll, oh, was a nat 20. Okay, so this is the first time that this has come up. We add a 1 for 21. But this is our first time we've rolled either a nat 20, which is natural 20, or a natural 1, but obviously this one's a natural 20. So if we go here in the rule book, they actually have a little bit about rolls like this. So let me find it here. Boons and automatic failures. So when rolling a d20 to accomplish a task, a natural 1, which is when the dice lands on a 1, will always fail regardless of any modifiers. Conversely, you will earn a boon when you roll a natural 20, the dice lands on a 20. You may use this boon to add a d4 on a future d20 roll. You may only hold a single boon at a time. Okay, so we now have a d4 that we can add to any future d20 roll. So that's exciting. Okay, so we rolled a 9 for the attack, which is the defense, so we do hit, and we rolled max damage, so we kill this first one. So that's great. So now we do the second one. So let's roll our attack here. Okay, we rolled a 16, so we add 3 for a 19, so we do hit. And if I recall correctly, this one was only 4 health, so we don't need to roll super well here. Just need to not roll poorly. Okay, can't see it here. Let's carefully make sure not to shift it. Okay, that was a 6. So I believe that was enough. That's actually enough to kill either of them, which is great. We'll roll the defense just for fun, but it didn't matter. So we ended up not having to use our spell point, which is great. Okay, and we rolled another nat 20. So apparently defense is where Thatch really thrives. I don't think I read this when I was just reading the boon, but you don't get to stack boons. You can only have one at a time. So that's good to know. Oh, I guess they have this little bonus penalty thing here that I should have been using when I had the like -2 for the page, or the +2. I should have been using this to remind myself. Well, I'll keep that in mind. I don't see a section here for boons unless it's this little symbol right here. I will check that here in a moment. Right now I'm just going to write boon here so I know I have it. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else. Okay, there is. At the bottom of the page, if you killed 2 enemies, collect a d4 of amber. Well, great. Let's do that. We have no money yet with Thatch, so... Alright, now we have 2 money. Let's do that. Cross out the 0. Alright, we got a little bit of amber. We didn't have a shopping opportunity with Thatch, which was interesting, but we did start with 4 when we were playing Tack, so maybe that's why. Okay, well, I know I haven't had the best rolls with Thatch, but combat again went very well, so can't complain too much. And real quick, I'm going to double check if the symbol means the boon. I don't think they mention a meaning for that symbol specifically in here. I think it was in the full rules, so I may check that between this recording and tomorrow's, and then I will decide if I want to write the boon there or not. Yeah, I don't see a definition of that symbol anywhere here, so I'll just keep it written as I have it just right here for now. So thank you so much for watching, and until tomorrow, have a great day.